type of coach is this?
Rich, I think that many will really say Amorim, I am Manchester United, I am West. And if that is the understanding now, then so that's why I'm say man you are me Amorim Rich Enyam.
No matter.
Because we are about to come and improve a certain situation. Oba you know, results are unya any dia uye ni no is to worsen the situation I come for about you know. Then why must you be there? But Rich, in Pimpin, Sir Manchester United decided to be Pamo Amorina. Why are they available? Coach me. Coach me anyway.
James said, "Yo, no.
You
Want me. You can't. Let's have your home.
Xavier Hernandez.
More former coach.
Xavier Hernandez.
So,
will he accept this Manchester United team? Rich. They say team no, I have Busumbi. Obi am person in Zababeka. Now look. I think say yes. Amorim Mutaya, he is the coach. Until he will take a chunk of the blame. Because Rich, you look at Amorim the Premier League results and in the statistics, and it is no good. 31 games since our buy. We're winning 8 pep. We're both 7. We're losing 16. Or a goal difference of -13.
Manchester United.
The win ratio only 25.8%. Now you see, Mekaipa Amorim came around match day 12 last season. Now Manchester United abo games Mako 11 in the season. Now we must take the decision now. And the Amorim by no or the ball match day 12. Rich. Se offer since Amorim by in the Premier League no. MSC Samria. Rich. That's the Premier League table la. Manchester United will be last. And we are talking about a table West Ham won, Tottenham and the Ange Postecoglou won. Wolverhampton won, Fulham won, Brentford won. Look, I am cataloging these things because, Rich, if you look at this table, a lot of the teams are from coach. Maybe now some coaches because of this same table, no. Inti, Samorin goes so what now?
You behave like a big club. You
see,
Bali Bakusi. I could find written hand 2 matches. I was a you to me, man.
No, but you see, Man U traditionally, I have patience for the managers. Man U are prepa. I'm the managers. The DNA of Manchester United is Rich. Who didn't say the Amorim is a chance to come up on Danada? Come up on Danada. Real Madrid back come up on Danada. But Manchester United a 50 team now. A sort of arbitrary and the money coaches. But Rich, I also think, say, beyond blaming the coach, the players.
I know you're doing.
Look, boy now, there's a city as a Manchester United trainer. Sir Usha Opta analyst. Rich, in terms of LGs, City had 1.88, Manchester United had 1.56. And they couldn't even manage a single goal. City share 3 more. All the good chances about giving him fell for Manchester United. All of them. Good chances.
You're buffalo.
Young fan say. And I want a war or didn't say computer. No. Young fan say, Rich. Donnarumma made a very good save from Mbombo, and that will affect SG pa. It will affect SG, but beyond that, for Manchester United to have 1.56 SG and Oman for Boba Kukran to them, but for Man City to have 1.88 and score 3 again, Rich. And I was listening to, was it Owen Hargreaves? And I also agree with Assembly Okai. And it is all because of, before I ever started game, Friday, the catcher say Manchester United and they won the best LG in the Premier League, not against City go in the whole of the Premier League. Now today, we are here to say, Man U are LG to score near there and for that, Rich, who is supposed to score striker? Yeah. Now, Owen Hargreaves said, this thought I'd had him before, say, Owen Hargreaves say, Man U are Rasmus Holland, young striker, or prospect, and Okofa Zegzi, young striker, or prospect. One Koto already made striker, top derby. Also, the policy is to bring Obia, or ya cry, or ya hungry for success. Oba, the pressure in the Manchester United team, Emma on to me deliver. Then Man U takes a decision, say, yeah, man, Rasmus Holland, look, you have a model. Only in fact. But what Manchester United has done is to just repeat the model. Because Rasmus Holland by now and far.
You don't bring.
That's also Pamona. You don't bring. Brentford Barça school.
Because you're young, I feel on the sushi.
And the number seeing a great beer. And you can't go on the transfer market for maybe 2 seasons in here and not bring Victor Osimhen, Lautaro Martinez kind of striker. Now, one situation will change overnight. It doesn't happen that way. It just doesn't happen that way. Now, look at the goals now. Manchester City for the same. Look at the goals. Doku dribbles on the line. Cut back. For Phil Foden to have a free space. Phil Foden. On what? They won't get him. He's not an aggressive player. Now, Otimi, any space to load the ball. Zabona or head and you head out. And just loading the ball into the nets. Now, chances now when you don't expect Alan so they say those chances.
When you're categorically right in the hour.
And look at the way, which Manchester United were easily pierced with a through pass. First goal no say this. I don't know yeah, I say about the cheese. Why? First goal no say this. Say look, through pass. Oko one was a keeper neighbor. No, then I say born. I say second one quite in the net. He beat the line. Line no, because tell me about through pass man. No, of the half. Why will Manchester push forward so much? Be imbalanced with almost shape. When you are playing against striker, we say Erling Haaland.
And so you have high line.
And he finish you off easily. Rich, and no one could, in all honesty, and no man could. And the post-match interview, no one catch Erling Haaland say, he seems to love the Manchester derby. Because when you say Rich, since or arrive here, Upetima or one goal involvement, Petty or more, against Manchester, 11 goal involvements. For Brentford friend Erling Haaland against him, your friend Manchester United. Manchester are not looking good. And Bianchi said this team will explode anytime soon. And the real friend Amorim, Rich, you need to sort a lot of things out.
Ayala, you see, your management, you know. I'll see a form and you will show more questions.
Sir.
Oh, yeah. They said they know we have groups. Who do say you're tough house paying? What kind of house?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go for
after that was near Kofa Holland.
Holland
so bad the same thing near Kofa Sexy. Lautaro Martinez was my Sexy now Kofa Sexy by.
Yeah.
Almost so you had Holland Kofa another striker bra. Was it Benjamin Sesko? Only using numbers to solve your problem.
Yes. And you see the deeper conversation and they say baby and I'm already free bar. Striker one name Paul Gidi
was
Victor Jokers.
Also need a chin in
when Timian convinced to bring him.
That's what we're team yet.
So that team is not good. So there is a big problem. Look, this weekend, Arsenal more early kickoff. Look at the influence of new boys. No, they have come with him. No.
And none of them okay.
And see, Arsenal a problem with star players in their team injured. Oh, Bukayo Saka is injured. Almost starting game with Antibia and our captain Odegaard injured. Nobody want to everybody. But look, you don't see the effect giving on Arsenal because players no do mother can squad the one. Are players that are giving them impacts. Which and now we know can say Spain. Everyone say they are favorite for the World Cup in any major tournament and can do when say they are. Even though they believe they've lost the best midfielder in the game to India, after all recover in Wadri. But the reason why Spain edging really because of Zubimendi. Look at how Arsenal was able to poach him. Play our getting Liverpool. He comes in and the performance wonderful. 2 goals, Victor Jokers 1 goal. Arsenal said Nottingham Forest 3 case close. And see, these are kind of the things that everyone who's Charlie and confirm manager with me.
William Saliba Pride. One of them must care about.
Yes.
On Brentford.
No problem.
Process Saliba near.
Yes.
Where the first year to play.
No problem. And see, you need to build a squad and work in depth and their quality too. Quality, and you need to spot maybe your team in Tokyo, then you plug it well. And to me say, even for Victor Joker to say, I will not follow my coach Amorim to Manchester and come to Arsenal, there is a problem there. Rich, you want me to pep Bofty? Oh, you're a strong pep guy. I don't say, I didn't think that it must always be Liverpool that finds luck in a certain way to win games. Which money upon you?
Yeah. 90 plus 5.
Then this happened. Yeah, 93 minutes, 23 seconds. In a game, I had 5 minutes per and Akoso. Jeremy Frimpong and the cross player in the box him was stretching in Sabon Abonenza. Penalty. So Mohamed Salah began penalty here. Mitier and a slot or say the last 2 are now about moment was saying. So it was a big pressure. But the name money away to Mr. Salah and say in the international break or Kosher penalty were Egypt. Which the Biamekasa Salah on a free Premier League anymore. And they recognize any impacts of Premier League in the year. Say only Alan Shearer, Harry Kane, Win and I share more goals in the Premier League than Abanti friend Mohamed Salah. 188. And Mohamed Salah I share for Tima with friend Liverpool. Now, you see, before you go international break now, no Graham Potter share away. No Obian say, I say he's starting to pick. Rich, send a fluke. In a London derby, Team friend Tottenham. Trade now straight. And I'm going to trace sounding nail. And I'm going to share almost. I think that Thomas Frank is one of the coaches that we need to watch out for this season. And Premier League. Now, what happened to Chelsea? Rich, who say Saturday? So what I the catcher will say this game. Under normal circumstances, Chelsea should win. But some situation now, Maresca HHM about the players be free, South America back later, Miami Adena. Rich, me catch you and you are saying, hey, as a we said, we should be careful with this fixture. Now, first go now, share the share. Rich. Sir Obi Otie Isha passports there. On him say a church how Chelsea transitions at here. and Enzo Maresca, Rich, Chelsea change shape when they are on the offensive. And shape no change, you know, they commit a lot of players in offensive areas. So over in his washer comes at the 10 on the 10 over. You can 10 over. The best chair in football and say, only ball elko and now Obia Jimbo and fool some whilst you are in attacking transitions. Now any Paconi Jimbo Nano, or no own defensive transition, or Jimbo Nano, or 10 side defensive transition, into attacking transition, and you find 10 overs, which just like Fifi was mentioning. And then a man full of a share chance to go here, or more IG goal, and that is the same thing. And a Brentford and you for first goal. And when you have a player on him pass a 2% Jordan Henderson, the moment winning 10 over now, he knew the striker was taking off and a ball to space, man. Now, the problem, I was watching the highlight with, and the end worker said, tell him my football is different from your idea. Which, so over time I pass in the corner, tossing out there a beer. Senka Africa have footballer. And you close the striker down. But I said, Ojejenin, Epete, Mamano, and for Fona to, as a Bobo Nibiache, he wasn't running back early.
Penny Nana,
only more than shame, and a Bobo on the two. Then we saw Kopama warming up. Which about giving him would be 5 minutes and I'll take him at Chelsea. I don't know. Say, you Kopama go no say the man 50 call escort boom. Say I didn't fa. And I say, I bet a friend can sell go no saying tender boots. Which for Bona Mosca said Obon is CI. Say if he is going to add goals to it, the rich he will come in a lot of conversations about the one that opens Siciano when you are consuming the best the position up. Then comes William Carvalho, which I think that we should be fair. It is a controversial goal. Yes. We should be very, very fair. This goal is a controversial goal. I didn't think a controversial goal. Rich, the offside rule is very, very clear about Enyo maybe. Maybe I'm trying to say, which is a player in an offside position. And no offense, in an offside position, you know me as some. But the moment Rich from an offside position, who may impact on play, their friend is interfering in play. No, the moment you do that, then Rich, baby original becomes an advantage to you, and that is what we are talking about. Look at these pictures, Rich. By the time I not Aja apply the T to the ball, no, so Osha Watara now original outside position from this picture. Clear, the nine track we are including with James. Now, Rich, and come back and say, oh, so on your outside position, I see no offense. And see, on your body, it is true. But you go forward, clearly, after anybody here, which in this picture, you see what are trying to get involved with ball by moving his body towards the ball. Now, Rich, the third picture, look at here. You see him stretch the nine. See him stretch the nine, trying to get onto the ball. And you can't tell me, say, all the movement out here, you know, affect with James Ojanechi. And with James at this position, and Chelsea defender, or Ben Moore, the power, Rich. If the guy was in an offside position, if he interfered with play, not the could affect with James as a defender they are. Then I think say William Carvalho go no, not any quite say a standing. So that is the wrap of the Premier League, Rich.
When you saw the La Liga and Kakra,
Rich,
if you come on.
Before I ever start the season, you know, let's not compare somebody say 12, the Kai Visa. I'm okay, so okay, or the Mabo Monim Kakra. Rich,
it's actually 14.
And we are on your far off. By the time they have a game this weekend, no more than Man City top.
Sure.
Is there a Man City Akoda?
The next game
and the baby of Akoda. Liverpool still is the only team in the Premier League with 100% record. Brian Charleston, Jesse Nimbayo, man, Embra in Tentem, Emfa Emma, which Kakemi in the Premier League, in the La Liga, NCI in the next 2 minutes now. Yentimi entrance. Rich, Real Madrid are doing a lot of things right. And that is the reason why we have 4 out of 4. Not convincing. And Obi expect to say Xabi Alonso will start giving Real Madrid a convincing performance on your fair, which we need to do. I saw something with Xabi Alonso. So on starting game now, you see him start in a 4-2-3-1 to say. But Rich, even though he is playing Eder Militao, anything Hoysen, no. Abantia, your friend Chiomani, is expected to get in between Housing and Militao. Senebeya Obenya three back na ya obo. Or buy no for Leverkusen like this. With Abantia friend Chiomani playing as a decoy center half. So yes, Adia, then Alvaro and Dani Carvajal becomes the wing backs. Senena in Gremedo. Any Abantia friend Jeremy from Paul. Or buy no for Leverkusen, you know. The moment he does that, Rich, then he is playing 2 midfielders. One last this game no obo Abantia friend Danny Ceballos playing in a role like say no Yusuf Gane Xhaka. Then nan say or the other Gule about because almost other Gule all the qualities of Franvex as a number 10 behind the striker in sometimes Boniface and I say any of the strikers you know. Then only 2 inside number 10s in Vinicius and the Abantia friend Ibrahim Diaz. Now which game no on the record. It's one player for me. What he did was to say, so Chomani, on your position now you are playing it with Eder Militao. Say that we are many electoral defenders. They just have to be careful. Now everybody will do 1-0. And Chemia and other goal, another goal, a car home. They reach only lawyer on the record, no, almost second half, no, or free time and new banner, Rich and Ibrahim Diaz. And when they are branching for the Federico Bavadi by because on some Bavadi, I will work at his obesity and defending, I will game with him, and when ye, I think Ceballos, and when they are sent to bar back, and when they Chomani and Benfica. I watch the way he controlled and managed the game, and I love it very, very well. So Real Madrid look Barcelona and they
last season, most of them said 7. Right? Yeah.
And they show almost 6. I think 7-1. 2-6 Pepe Atletico Madrid so enya almost first win. I love the Serie A. This game blockbuster Rich. Juventus against Inter Milan. Say in the start here, can you say Kano Gubeteka. Hear this. Ebe say 2-1. Kano Gubeteka 2-2. And the two brothers no setting game no 3-2 3-3 Rich. Sana Abantia friend Adams Etechira or did the winning goal ever for Tima, their friend Juventus. So why should Juve against Inter Milan? It was a very, very good game. Rich only said Napoli could win 3-1 against Fiorentina. Guess who was on the score sheet? Rasmus Holland. We say, and they know some account say, if you Manchester, yeah, Rich Kevin the back got the goal, and I went and that's Luka Modric. The only goal, Emma AC Milan, Esha Bologna 1-0. Now, you see, age is just a number. Rich Luka Modric is playing fine football. And Rich, that is how the weekend went, you know. Now, and then there's a few games, Mamencho, 2 goals, but just 2. Now, you have Emrefi, now you make us, and now you say 15 years in here.
Kotokonko Brekum.
Enko winning game, Rich.
But it looks like somewhere top 4 teams, you know. Obian share with the exception of Hasselhoek.
Okay. So it means
Gold Star share. Lions share. And a Gold Star share. Kotokon share.
Okay.
Yes.
House and Kwana
draw in the game. Apart from top 4 clubs and Obian share the game.
Wow. That is some worrisome observation, Rich.
Sure.
Now say has also must some young normal.
So G League in the
now next game. Dreams.
Sure.
Hearts next game is against Dreams already. Dreams they call you see here to Heart of Lions, you know. And their Hearts on next game. Monsieur 2 echoes for any Monday. They are very, very nice games. BW116 F5F87. BW116 F5F87. BW116 FA40C. BW116 FA40C. Obetini afa na ode aye onioma Rich.
Yeah, chef from the Ghana Premier League week 1. I shall say now on Friday.